Hello, I'm Jeff Whitener along with Ray Halbrook, and we are bringing you the Viking Insider program here for Jefferson College. Ray, before we get started, talk a little bit about what we're hoping to accomplish here with our show on JCTV.
Well, absolutely. It's something that we're just going to take a look at, just the in-depth look at players, coaches, maybe even talk about some of the folks' parents. Kind of that whole in-depth Viking look at what it's like to be a Jefferson College Viking here. There's an amazing amount of great programs here, and we just want to be able to cover that and highlight for the guys.
Well, in getting that word out to the community, I think is really important that folks know that not only is this someone where their kids can come, but this is some place that the whole family can enjoy a lot of different things. Not only the athletic programs that come out and watch and support, but also some of the other great things, the great events that happen here at the college as well. And it's really a place that can be a focal point of the community for Jefferson County.
Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of untapped potential here at Jefferson College to take a look at. We've had a lot of parents from high schools come and take a look and, well, what's really going on over here at Jefferson College? Well, we're going to give you a chance to take a look at that, up close and personal. And we hope to accomplish being able to kind of get that vibe of what Jefferson College athletics is about.
And we certainly want to thank JCTV for the opportunity to bring this to you and a partnership with what we do. And it's a situation that, like Ray said, we're going to take you behind the scenes as much as possible on how these different programs work, how these different events work. And I'll talk to the people involved, whether they're administrators, coaches, players, as you mentioned, parents, everyone involved with the program. So we're delighted to be able to bring this to you, and it's an incredible opportunity, and we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
When I first walked on campus at Jefferson College, I was so excited.
I knew I wanted to be here. This is amazing. This is where I belong.
Jefferson College offers the quality, flexibility, and affordability that I'm looking for.
The beautiful campus and friendly atmosphere make me feel welcome.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong at Jefferson College. Classes start soon. Learn more at jeffco.edu.
Welcome into this edition of the Viking Insider. We'll call this our summer basketball edition here at Jefferson College. And we are pleased today to have several athletes with us, as well as Coach C.B. Walker, to talk about both the men's and the women's basketball programs here at the college. And I'm pleased to welcome in our first guest, joining the men's team this year in their inaugural year back here at the college from Festus High School, Cole Rickerman. Cole, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm doing very good. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your summer to be here with us. And speaking of that, how has your summer been so far?
It's been good. I mean, really just kind of rehabbing, getting back my strength from where I was from previous months, not being able to do a whole lot. Getting back in the gym, getting back into basketball shape is really what my main focus has been so far.
Well, and for those of who may not know, you had some issues with your shoulder related to a football injury, I believe.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about that and how all of that led to your decision to come here and play basketball in this very first season here for Coach Walker.
Well, I was at Lincoln University playing football in Jefferson City. It was probably we got there, reported to camp the last couple days of July. I got through the first couple days of practice. We put in a long ball pass, like throwing a long pass, and just kind of felt like my shoulder separated the first one I threw, and went through a long process of trying to just rehab it because I got an MRI, came back clean. There wasn't really anything in it saying anything, and got a cortisone shot, still nothing really helping it. I went back home up to St. Louis to see what was actually wrong, get another opinion, and my doctor thought that I had a torn labrum, which turns out I did. So I got surgery the end of the year, December on the 31st, and yeah, I just kind of been rehabbing.
And
Yeah.
this was a non-contact injury. This was just from throwing the
Non-contact,
ball.
just from throwing the ball. Yeah,
So this is the good Lord's way of saying we need to switch from football to basketball.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
you go through the rehab and the injury and everything. And then how did it come about that you learned about the program starting here, and how did that process work for you to come here to play for Coach Walker?
Well, I heard swirls about like the basketball program starting again, and then I saw Gabe Watkins committed, and I was already interested because I was already at home. I was at home already. I was going to come to Jeffco regardless, just to be home, to be closer to rehab, close to home, for the next few months. And I was a few days out of surgery, probably about a week out, and my dad called me and said, "Hey, you want to go talk to Coach Walker at Jeffco, see about playing?" I was like, "Of course, of course. I mean, if I can't really play football and throw the football anymore, I mean, might as well do my the other sport that I love, probably my really first love, which was basketball, which is something that I really want to do."
Well, from one opportunity, one door closing, obviously it leads to another opportunity and a chance to be closer to home and play in front of your family and loved ones.
Yeah, that's really important to me. I mean, it's really convenient, and it's really good timing that this opportunity came about the way it did, and how my situation rolled out, that all my family can be close to me, and even playing here, that they can all come out and watch.
Well, that's excellent. We're looking forward to that, of course. And let me ask you a little bit. It's been over a year, since you've played competitive basketball, I guess you want to say. And I don't know how much time you've spent with Coach Walker yet talking about his philosophy. But if so, if you've talked about what he wants, his vision for how he wants the team to play, can you kind of compare that a little bit or contrast that against what Coach Farrell did at Festus?
I mean, they both really want the best for us as individuals and as a team as a whole. I mean, obviously they both want to win. That's really what it comes down to. But they're both really defensive oriented. I mean, we want to get on the ball, play really hard defense, and play as a cohesive unit. And I think that's really important.
So the similar style should make it a little easier the transition to the college
Yes,
level for you.
yes.
Now, you talked a little bit about the rehab and finally getting cleared and all that stuff. Have you been able to get into a full physical workout routine yet, or are you still working on the steps into that?
Well, the funny thing is, I got cleared for full contact the day before the tryout here. So my first day back was the tryout, which I've been good since April 28th or so. April 28th or so, I've been full contact, getting full workouts in. I'm able to play, go run up and down, play 5-on-5. It's been good so far.
Well, I know I've been seeing you play in the past. I know you've been able to contribute on the high school level, and I know that we're still working on the men's roster for this coming season. But what do you feel like you can bring to the table for this team this year in its inaugural season?
Well, I really think I can bring a good defensive mindset to the team. I mean, I really enjoy playing defense. I mean, defense is one thing that I really used to not, especially my first couple years of high school, I really didn't think it was as important as scoring the basketball. But man, defense turns into baskets real quick, and I really think that I could really help in that situation.
Well, that's excellent to hear. It all starts defense first and builds out, obviously. Now, is there anything in particular, specifically, you're working on to prepare you for this coming basketball season?
Just definitely getting into the physical shape of being able to run up and down the court for whoever knows how long. I mean, I haven't been able to run that much in the past few months, and really was, especially the past first few weeks of getting back into it. It was a struggle. That's really been my main focus, and then definitely just hitting every open shot that I can. Really focus on being content in my workouts.
Well, knowing Coach Walker, and as far as the running part, I'm sure he will accommodate you with plenty of opportunities to accomplish that goal of running up and down this gym a
Yep.
lot. Is
Yeah.
see some smiles from the other players over there. But now, as far as your personal goals, you've got 2 years eligibility here at the college. Personal goals, not only for basketball, for the future. What would you like to study and move on to?
Well, currently I'm studying business and kind of a focus on finance. I'm looking to get my transfer degree done at this semester, then start a business certificate next year, and then go on to like some four-year university. Whatever opportunity presents itself, I'll go there, and look to get my financial planner's certificate and become a financial planner.
Excellent, excellent. We might have some business for you in the future for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
One final question for you, Cole, and I don't know if we've asked you this in the past, but we're going to ask again. It's the Ray question. We're going to throw this one out here. The Ray question is simply, uh, what is something that people may not know about you, whether it's your teammates, folks here, your peers, any special talents, hidden talents, stupid tricks that you can do, hobbies, interests outside of the game?
Man, you have asked me this before. I don't even remember what I said, but I'm kind of left. I'm like half left-handed, so I'm not completely like ambidextrous, so I can't like do everything with both hands. But I mean, I write left-handed. I swing a baseball bat left-handed. Um, I play like tennis or like ping pong stuff with my left hand. So I'm more left hand dominant oriented other than just like throwing and shooting. That's mostly what I do with my right hand.
Well, that's interesting. How does that affect your ability to go left, go right on the court?
Man, my left hand dribbling still needs work, but my I can sure definitely I can finishing with my left hand is something that I like doing. Like I enjoy finishing with my left hand. Like I feel comfortable doing it equally with my right hand and my left hand.
I'm sure that by the end of practice here before the season, you'll be pretty adept going both ways and be an asset to this team. Cole, we appreciate it. Our very first member of the men's basketball team to be interviewed here on the Viking Insider. And stick around, folks. We'll have more coming up for you shortly.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
Welcome back to another exciting segment here of Viking Insider, and we're here with Coach CB Walker of the ladies and the gentlemen now. We can officially say that. Yes. And Coach, we appreciate you being on.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Just wanted to maybe catch up and talk a little bit about, let's start with the recruiting trail. The recruiting trail, you've been on the hunt for a brand new team. What area of the recruiting process, where do you start?
I mean, for me, I started from the bottom. Honestly, figuring out how and what I wanted, figuring out ways how I can get in the community, figuring out ways how I can expand not only the school but my brand everywhere else. Going international. So for me, it was definitely starting from the bottom moment, and I'm excited for what we have coming in.
Excellent, excellent. What has the quote unquote sealing the deal with student athletes been? Has that been an easy process with some of your recruits and for the inaugural season here, especially for the men?
I think the biggest thing for me, I had to sell myself and I had to sell the school and I had to sell the goal for the program. Once I had a chance to see the vision and how I wanted this to pan out, not only for myself, but the opportunity for the men's and the women's, I figured it out, put it in words, and sent it out to them, and kind of explained it to them in person. Overall, at the end of the day, they got to know what they're getting. And I'm going to do my best to try to present to them what we talked about.
Absolutely. So what does, what's been, in your opinion, the main key to developing a good recruiting program at this point?
I think being honest. For me, I've been an athlete. I've been a college athlete. I've been through this process. So for me as a player and having a good amount of years under my belt as a coach, I think it had to start with the honesty. And again, what I feel like I can help bring to the table for them, long-term goals, after life after basketball. And just giving them the real deal. So I think it started with the honesty and basically what I feel like I can bring to the table.
Great, great. Let's talk about the players. You and I have talked a little bit off the set here, and in the past, you're one that gets CB Walker gets things done.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed that you already have basically your roster, I think -1 right now, ready to go. Can you tell us who the players are?
Yeah.
And, what can we expect out of the team?
So, for me, when I took this position, my main focus was the women's team. The moment that we had a chance to be done, it was easier for me to start focusing on the men. I made a goal to try to get my roster done by June 1st, and I accomplished that. Whether it was starting local with, we have Gabe, we have Cole, and we also have Kobe as well. Reaching out in St. Louis a little bit, we have Steven Bonner from Sodan. I had a few kids that I built relationships with when I was over at Wabash. So we have Gavin Smith from Mount Carmel, we have Darwin from Tennessee. I have a good international training connection as well. We have Devontae coming in. We have Cades coming in. We have Samuel coming in. And just a handful of kids in general from transfers that knew who I am, understand my goals with Jordan, with Chemo, with Jalen. So I'm really excited, for the opportunity to get a chance to start this. I would tell you we got a lot of kids that's going to come in and work their butt off. That's one thing that I can say without even seeing them guys on the floor. They're going to work, just based off our first meeting we had. It was all more team aspect and work. So I definitely know you're going to get hard work and work ethics from this group. And I'm really excited.
Awesome, awesome. What do you want to accomplish in the first season, this inaugural season here, as the men's coach for Jefferson College?
The guys will tell you, my biggest thing is discipline. I kind of spoke to some of the coaches here on campus, and there's no offense to them. Both of my programs, I want them to be the most disciplined team on campus. Understanding what you're getting yourself into, understanding the attention you're about to get because we haven't had the men's program here in quite some while. So I wanted to make sure I bring guys in with high character, that's going to represent not only myself, not only the school, but themselves and their family very well. And again, they're going to work hard. You know what I mean? Like, I think that goes a long way with anybody. For me, I'm not a big records guy. I'm more about improvement. And I think that's what we're going to do from day one to the end of the season. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. And yet again, we're going to bring a group in that's going to work hard.
Excellent. Love hearing that. You developed what we call the quote unquote LVM, Lady Vikings mentality with the women's team last season. Do you have a saying for the upcoming season for the men?
I mean, the LVM is basically, ladies Vikings mentality. For the boys, I am in a position to where if it's just going to stay VM or is it going to be all the way out Vikings mentality. I like Vikings mentality the way it sounds, but I think the girls and what I had an opportunity to create with them, that's going to be their identity. I think it's going to stay with LVM. But I think the boys itself is going to be Vikings mentality. The VM's kind of a little weird just because the LVM is what started it, but I definitely think the Vikings mentality will be good. Um, and as you know, I just like to do things a little bit different.
Sure.
And it's a trend and a brand that they can say that they was a part of.
hmm
So yeah, I'm excited, and I think I definitely think the Vikings mentality is going to spread, and a lot of people around campus is going to know because we're going to have guys that represent that very well.
Great, great. Final question here. We'll let you go. What type of culture, and we'll kind of dig deep into that, do you want to develop for the men's team in general? What would you like to see that culture look like when it's at a finished product?
Um, I definitely would have to say it starts with family. You know what I mean? I am one, and I think this is kind of what helped my recruitment as well. I don't want our relationship to be over once you leave me 1 or 2 years.
Right.
Like I explained to everybody, like I want to be in a position to where I can build a family base to where I can be invited to a wedding. You can call me and want to put me down, for an interview, your reference and things like that. So for me, I definitely think the culture is going to start with building a family. Um, the culture is going to be guys that's coming in here and working hard, and it's about the team. I am not a selfish player type guy, and they will they will tell you that that's the number one thing that I preach. I don't do the selfishness stuff.
Right.
So if you're not about the team, you won't play or you won't be here.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you got to do this as a team in order to win games, in order to make it far, and do those type of aspects. So I definitely think the coach is going to be family origin, guys that play hard, and guys is going to give it 110%. And I think we can build from there, and try to continue to do something long term here at Jeffco.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we appreciate the time. Appreciate you catching up with us, and good luck to you the upcoming season here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
That is Coach CB Walker from the Jefferson Vikings.
Welcome back to the Viking Insider Summer Basketball Edition here at Jefferson College. And we're very pleased to bring to you today a member of our women's basketball team here at the college, second-year player, Jacayla Kirk. Jacayla, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. We appreciate you coming in today and coming back for your sophomore season here at the school. But before we talk about that, let's talk a little bit about what you've been doing so far in the off season. Have been doing anything fun? Spending any time with family, friends?
Not really. I actually been on campus most of the summer so far.
You've been on campus, and I'm sure that is because you've been working hard getting ready for the basketball season.
You could say that.
We could say that. That's what we're going to say, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to say. Now you're coming back for the sophomore season here. Last year you got into 12 games. Played the second half of the season, made an immediate impact on the team. 15.5 points per game average, 39% from the floor, 78% from the charity stripe. I thought that was excellent last year, and contributed 6 rebounds a game. Excuse me. Um, Coming back for your sophomore season, how do you think you've grown and learned as a player over the last year or two?
Well, I really learned how to control my emotions, get my teammates involved more, and just be a leader so my teammates could trust me. And I feel like that has had a big impact on the way I play now.
So yeah, you're moving into your sophomore year, so definitely you're going to be expected to have that leadership role. And I think that was on display as the season went on last year, and how you grew as a player. And I'm glad you touched upon that because I think that's a real important thing for your teammates to be able to trust you, to know that you're going to have their back, but also be that leader and be that person that can help hold them accountable on the floor. And that's good to see. Now, with different players coming in this year, not only just the leadership role, but will things change, or do we know yet what your role on the court will be?
I feel like I'm gonna have pretty much the same role I had last year, but I feel like it's gonna be different because a bunch of different players, so don't really know what to expect.
You don't know until everybody gets here and you start to practice, and once the team is put together, what exactly your role will be. But we certainly know what your strengths are on the court, and really, we talk about playing down low and the physical presence you provide on the floor, but you're pretty adaptable. You can go outside and move the ball. You had 2 assists a game last year. You were able to bring the ball up the floor if necessary. Um, do you take pride in all of those aspects of the game? Just trying to work on not just the inside game, but out on the perimeter as well.
I do, cause like players like me, it's really hard to guard. I don't like to guard people like myself either, cause like you really never know what to expect.
Exactly. That versatility I think is important, especially in the modern basketball game. You've got to have that. Um, Now, what are you doing to prepare yourself mentally and physically for this season?
Just pretty much getting in shape, being in the best shape I could be, cause I missed most of preseason last year due to injury. So
Was it hard to be able to have to sit out the first part of the season last year and then come back in and you're kind of playing yourself into shape, right?
yeah, it was tough, especially watching my teammates struggle. It was tough.
Not being able to contribute. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's got to be tough. Um, Do you have any personal goals for the season, as far as what you want to accomplish? I mean, obviously for the team, you want the team to play well, be successful, and have goals there. But any personal goals for you?
Personally for me, I want Player of the Year,
Yeah.
and I think I could do it.
Oh, well, I have no doubt that you can do it. You've certainly got the skill set, and the confidence. It's it's not bragging if you can back it up for sure. Um, the what field of study are you going into?
Sports management. So when I go to a 4 year, I'm actually gonna do PT.
Okay, good, excellent. Well, you've certainly seen some of the things here that happen not only from a sports management standpoint, but from Fieldhouse, being around Marie Self here at the college and seeing all the different hats she wears, but also and how that actually is good background for what you're going into eventually with sports management. Um, with some of the players that are returning and some of the players that you may know for sure are coming in, do you foresee the style of the team and how we play going to be any different, or is it too early to tell yet, you think?
It's kind of too early to tell, but I feel like the style of play would be a lot faster than it was last year.
So we're going to speed, defense, transition game
Yep.
quite a bit. It sounds exactly what Cole was talking about on the men's side as well. So um, have we talked any bit about the two teams being able to kind of scrimmage together? Last year, you were fortunate enough you had some male players or male students to scrimmage against and help the team out. But has there been any talk about the two teams being able to scrimmage together? A lot of the great women's programs in this country do have male teams they scrimmage against.
We haven't really talked about it, but I feel like it would be good for the women to scrimmage the men's because it makes women a lot tougher. So when you play against girls, it makes it a lot easier.
Excellent. Well, I hope to see something like that. I think that both teams could benefit from that. I'm going to switch gears here a little bit. You've been around quite a bit, Coach Walker and his family, very family oriented here. You know, we got the whole LVM thing going for the team. But got any funny stories about Coach Walker that you could share here on the air? Some of his funny traits or some of the funny things that he's done in this last year?
Every day is really funny with him. I really don't have no stories, but like it's never a dull moment with him or his family, and it's kind of great.
Is that feeling translate what he does that to the team itself and that family mentality?
It does, cause like you could go talk to him about anything. His door is always open, and like you get closer to him, so you really be able to trust him. So that's nice.
Excellent. That's and here again, that's a hallmark of a leader that you've learned that you want your teammates to trust as well as you spoke about. So that's very good to know. Now, finally, we asked you the Ray question before, and I think you kind of like didn't really have a question or an answer for any kind of hidden talents or anything. Anything you picked up since the last time we talked to you?
Not really, but
If I got one of your teammates on here and asked them about you, about something, what would they
they not
say?
gonna know the answer.
All right. So, final question. Look into the crystal ball. You're telling us the team's going to probably be a little faster this year. What are your predictions for the season?
Predictions. Predictions. I predict that we're gonna go undefeated.
Undefeated.
Yeah,
Well, you're undefeated right now.
we are.
There you go.
That's a
All
start.
right. It's always great talking to Jacayla Kirk here, and we're excited to have her for a full season at the college here for the women's basketball team to see what she can do over the course of the whole year this year instead of just the half year. But thank you very much for coming in, Jacayla. We'll be right back on the Viking Insider.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm pursuing my associate's degree in the physical therapist assistant program at Jefferson College. I want to be that person that can change an athlete or a young person's life, and teachers are always there to help you and do anything they can to put you in a position to be a better student and better person.
Hi, I'm Bryce, and I am pursuing my associate degree in music at Jefferson College. What I like most about the program is how everybody helps each other. The music department is like a family to me and to everybody here.
Jefferson College, you belong here.
Welcome back to Viking Insider. Ray Halbrook, your host here. Today we're with Josie Allen, originally from the Festus Tigers, coming over to Jefferson College. How you doing, Josie?
Doing good. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Have you been having a good summer?
Oh yeah, just getting workouts in and hanging out with the family.
Excellent, excellent. So we're just going to ask you a couple questions here, going into the recruiting process this year. What was that like for your senior year? Were you looking at offers elsewhere? What made you choose Jefferson College?
Well, I really didn't have any intention of playing in college. I was just gonna go to my sister at Mo State and just be down there and enjoy time. But I talked to Coach Walker after he came to me after a game, and it just sounded like a good fit. It's close to home and gives me an opportunity to continue to do what I love. So.
That makes sense. I agree. Has there been a coaching style change? Have you gotten to know Coach Walker very much? And the coaching style change from Steve McFarland over to CB Walker, has that been much of a change?
Coach Mack is definitely more old school, so I think it's going to be quite a change with Coach Walker. He wants to play fast, and obviously we're going to be working super hard every day, and I think it'll be a bit of a change from Coach Mack, but I think Coach Mack has also prepared me for him.
Great, great. Have you been able to begin workouts yet and towards the fall season here?
Yeah, our workout started on June 1st, and it's going good so far. It's all pretty self-explanatory, and Coach Walker did a great job planning it all out, so just getting in there and getting it done.
What are you hoping to contribute to the team this coming fall?
I just hope to bring in a good work ethic and just push everyone around me to be better and just come in and work hard every day and get done what needs to be done.
Great, great. Is there something this off season that you're specifically working on to prepare you for this fall?
I hope to get my three ball down. It'll do, but I definitely need it to be better. So I'm just gonna work on that and then just keep working on my ball handling.
Excellent, excellent. Is there, okay, hold on. There it is. Okay, I got the right question. Here we go. I love the power of editing. What do you plan to accomplish in your 2 years here at Jefferson College, and have you set very many goals?
I really just hope to better myself as a player and as a person, and I think this is the perfect place to do that. So I'm just really interested to see how I grow and in the game and just as an individual.
Excellent, excellent. Well, you're buzzing through the questions here, and I'm already at my final question. So I've got to ask the Ray question. I'm not sure if we've even asked that question to you before, but okay. So is there something that your peers, maybe your friends, maybe some of your closest friends might not know about you? Maybe some sort of hidden talent, or some hobby or something that they don't know about?
Gonna be honest with you, there's not much going on there. Don't really have any hidden talents or anything.
What you see is what you get out of Josie Allen,
Pretty
right?
much,
There you go.
pretty
Okay.
much.
Well, we appreciate you being on here, and good luck to you this season. And I'm sure we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
That is Josie Allen from the Jefferson Vikings. Welcome back to Viking Insider, and we're going to talk girls basketball here. We're going to talk with CB Walker, coach, 9-23 on the season. First year, you had a lot of ups, a lot of downs.
Yeah.
Take us through the season, maybe just your overall take on the whole season.
My overall take, especially being my first year, I was pretty happy. The record don't explain it. Far as the first half of the season, we was without one of our, better players. Second half of the season came around, we was clicking a lot more. We started playing more as a team. End of the season, I felt like we finished in a good spot to be a first year. But overall, I was happy. I kind of explained this to our athletic director. For me, when I realized the girls was understanding what I was looking for when it came second half of the season, I'm in my office finishing up, practice plan, talking to the coaches, and they already understanding how to get involved in practice, knowing what to do to where, when I get out there on the floor, it's actually time to practice. We don't have to go through our warm-ups. We don't have to go through our individual stuff. At that point, I knew they was figuring it out. And I knew it was going to take a while itself, just because I really didn't have a chance to build a relationship with this group throughout the summer. being new in this position. But overall, I think it was great. I really do. I think it was great.
I was impressed with the ending.
Yeah,
You know, you guys were one game away from being the NJCAA Region 16 champs.
yeah, yeah.
And, you know, I'm sure a lot of teams maybe on the outside looking in, taking a look at that and like, how in the world did they just come out of nowhere? So, you know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I
Yeah.
always talk about that, but you know, that's my take, and I appreciate that. You know, the don't give up attitude. You know, anything can happen in the
Right.
in the playoffs. So, you know, I thought that you guys really put a lot together there. So let's move on and talk a little bit about you know, about the recruiting coming in this season here. How many have you lost, and how many do you have to make up for here?
I mean, in a position far as losing as sophomores,
Mhm.
we lost four. We lost Talia, we lost Alana, we lost Nevaeh, and we lost Callie. In a sense of overall, we lost a couple more freshmen.
Mhm.
Just due to the fact to where, as a coach, I felt more comfortable recruiting players that, you know, I had a chance to recruit. So it was no hard feelings my way or their way. It was just more of an understanding. Like I wanted to build a roster with girls that I had
Mhm.
a chance to recruit. So yeah, we brought in a handful of girls. You know, we're returning four young ladies off of our season that we had. Jacayla Kirk, Sydney Burris, Diana and Lucia. So I feel like we have a good core with experience, leadership, balance, you know, from guards, forwards to posts. And we have quite some interesting young ladies coming in as well.
Great, great. Let's talk about them real quick here. Who you got coming in? We've already interviewed Josie, so we know Josie's coming in. Who else do you have coming in?
I have Carlissa from Louisiana, Kenise from St. Louis, Lauren from St. Louis. I have Dooley, that's what she goes by. I have Sophie International. Let's see. Da, 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 dun, dun, dun. I have Hannah coming in as well. Taylor. So we got a lot of new faces coming in. Again, we got girls that understand their role. You know, going to come in and work hard and understand what our ultimate goal is. So I'm excited.
Great, great. Building on from, you know, the ending of this first season, you know, obviously you sit back and you take and you evaluate, you know, this is the things that we maybe have accomplished. These are the things we need to work on. What do you take into this particular season as far as things to work on?
I definitely think you know, building around our core group that we have coming back. You're talking about two young ladies that was, you know, second team all league, all conference, and a really good conference with some really good talented people and some really well coached teams and really good coaches. I think having those two back, you know, understanding the leadership role and experience is good. You know, especially coming off the year that we have, they have goals for themselves. They have goals for the team. You know, so for me, when it came to recruiting, my job was to try to find myself, you know, building around them, but in a sense to where I was going to help the team as a whole. And I definitely think we do have the right pieces. We got girls that can handle the ball. We got girls that can defend. We got girls that can shoot. We got girls that can score. We got girls that can handle their own in the post. We got girls that can defend. So the ultimate goal, I feel like right now we're very well balanced. We're a lot deeper than what we were the year before. So again, I'm excited.
Awesome, awesome. You know, final question here, I guess. Have you created goals already for this upcoming season? And, you know, I know some coaches, they'll say, well, these are realistic goals, but then I want these lofty goals just in case we do succeed beyond the goals that we've set at first. So what does that look like for you?
I mean, everybody's goal is, you know, to win conference, to make it out, to do those type of things. And most of the goals that I set for this group is very realistic. I think it was definitely one of those things right there was, you know, coming in and putting ourselves in a position to where we can win conference. When you give them the mindset of a goal to do that, they becoming a lot more focused on it.
Mhm.
And it creates their bond before they even get on campus because it's like, okay, hey, this is what we got to do, or this is what we feel like we need to do in the summer to get there. Um, and that's kind of what I preach to them. You know, their summer workout started June 1. They all understand that, my goal for them is try to get in the best shape possible before you get here and get good team chemistry. And that's just through small conversations, pushing each other in workouts. Hey, my mile time was this. Who can beat that? I made X amount of threes today. Who's going to beat that? So I think when you're in a position now, you're challenging your teammates. You're showing your coaches what you're going to do. I think it's going to make things that much easier when you get on campus in a way for his team, but it also not going to eliminate that aspect to compete. That's one of the biggest things I expressed to them. No one has no spots at this point. This is one of the reasons why I'm telling you to come here in the best shape possible, because I'm going to know if you didn't.
Right.
So yeah, they understand, the end goal, what our end goal is, especially being year 2 for me with them. So it's easier for me to kind of set the bar a little bit higher with them because this will be my second year with them. And my expectations with them is a lot more higher than it is with the boys. So yeah, overall, they know their goals, they know what they got to do. And again, I'm excited to have this group come in and watch them compete.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we appreciate catching up with you, and good luck in the off season with your camps and everything that comes up to the fall season.
All right, appreciate it.
That is Coach CB Walker from the Jefferson Lady Vikings and the Jefferson Men Vikings.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
Welcome back to the Viking Insider Summer Basketball Edition. And in this segment, Coach Walker and I are going camping. Coach, you got your camping gear ready to go?
I am.
All right.
Ready.
We're looking forward to it. We've got 2 important camps coming up for you this summer. The first one is June 29th and 30th. This is a camp for boys and girls to develop and learn skills here at the college. Talk a little bit about what that camp's going to be like.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun and exciting. My ultimate goal is to try to find ways to get into the community, be involved with the kids, and I definitely think this will be a great opportunity to do that. I have a handful of players that will come up and participate and, kind of help out in this event as well. So people can also get a chance to meet some of the players. But it's definitely going to be exciting and a good opportunity to come in and learn, have some fun, see our gym, meet Victor, so trying to provide a good opportunity for them to come in and have fun.
Victor the Viking going to make an appearance here, folks. Now, this camp will be for players anywhere from age 4 up to through grade 8. Is that correct?
Yes, we're starting young, so from that age group all the way up to, the middle school aspect, just give them an opportunity to come in and, again, see the gym, have fun, work on some skills, give the parents a break a little bit, so they can go out and try to enjoy themselves for a little bit. But yeah, it's a good opportunity. I'm pretty sure this is the camp that involved you get camp shirts as well. I'm also working on another surprise, possibly, depending on a good amount of kids that I get in. So I'm working on some stuff.
And this camp is for both boys and girls, correct?
Yes, this opportunity is for boys and girls. Everything that I do now, due to the fact that I am, coaching men's and women's, everything will be boys and girls.
And you talked a little bit about the goal, not only to help develop young players in the community, but really for you to be able to, in that outreach mentality, to be able to get these kids exposed to the college for one thing, but also for you to get out and get the college out into to the youth in the community as well.
Yes, that's my ultimate goal with everything that I do here. How can I put my brand out there with my teams, and also how can I put the brand out there for the college? And I think right now we're getting the best of both worlds. So we're going to continue to do that.
Well, for folks watching at home right now that have some kids that might be interested in coming to the camp coming up here, how do they need to contact you or go through the process?
We just activated our Facebook page back again. So I know our camps are on there. We're on every social media for us, Instagram and Twitter as well. You can reach me directly at my email, which will have the link up there to that to show as well. But anyway, you can contact and call the college. They can give you directly to me. But it's a QR code on these camp forms. But if you fill it out there or scan it, you'll get directly to those forms.
Excellent, Coach. And that's not the only time we're going to go camping this summer.
Yes,
We're also going to
yes.
go camping starting July 1st this year and this summer. And this is more of an exposure camp.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about what that's going to be like.
This is just giving me an opportunity to see high school kids early. We're starting this from incoming freshmen all the way to this year senior class, the 2024s. It just gives them a chance to come in here and kind of do some testing, play up and down, go through some drills and actually get a chance to see, what potentially a college practice can feel like and be like. So I'm just providing an opportunity for them as well.
Sure. And this, you'll have both men and women, and the ladies will start in the morning, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The gentlemen in the afternoon from 1 to 4. And as you said, exposure for them. Here again, it's sort of the same thing. You're getting to see the young players at the high school level, but also the college is on display as well, as
Right.
far as the facilities, what you bring to the table. And are you going to have some of your current players involved in that as well?
Yes, that's my goal. That's my plan. Have some of my players here, some of my coaches here. For me, I just feel like if the opportunity for you to attend a school that's in your backyard, you need to see what they're about and what they have to offer. So again, this kind of gives us the leg up a little bit to see the campus, see the gym, and have an opportunity to meet myself and some of the team.
And folks, we've talked a lot about culture today in some of our previous segments, and this is another part, another building block in the culture here, the Viking mentality that Coach Walker's trying to implement here at the college. So we're looking forward to that. As the camps get closer, we will provide more information as it becomes available, and hope to see everybody here at the end of June and early July. Thanks for coming in, Coach. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
That's the Viking Insider right here on Livestream STL.